Hi everyone and welcome to Legacy Circle. My name is Sienna Calderon and I am the host. And I have, this is episode 5 and I have with me Yvonne Guidry.
Hi. Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for the invite. I appreciate it.
So normally I have people kind of like introduce themselves.
Okay.
But I feel like for the most part people kind of know like your backstory. Career-wise. Okay, well, I think most people know who you are. So we know you're a mom.
Yeah.
We know you're G-Dash's wife. We know that you have Spoiled Latina. We know that you're a Spoiled Latina. But we don't know more so, like, your childhood. Like, what was, like, young Yvonne like?
Yeah. So, well, thanks for having me first. What was my childhood like? Okay, so my parents are Mexican. I'm first generation Mexican American.
Yeah.
So I was born in Corpus Christi. I think my childhood was good. It's humble beginnings, obviously. You know, my parents are coming here, learning the ropes of being in a new country. I was born in Corpus, like I said. I had really good I had friends, and still that I have been friends with since kindergarten.
Yeah.
After that, we moved to the Valley. So I say that I was born in Corpus, raised in the Valley, and then paid in the H6. That's like my little thing. But yeah, no, we moved to the Valley, and I've always liked sports. I was always funny. I liked entertainment. I was always the girl like who knew what was happening. I love Snoop Dogg. You know, so I was like that girl who liked hip hop. I don't know. I mean, I thought it was cool. I wasn't like a popular kid. I wanted to be like. I wasn't the popular girl, but I also wasn't, like, not the popular girl. And I was nice to everybody, like, especially because my parents were from Mexico. So, you know, I saw the people playing soccer and then the volleyball girls and the guys who were, like, the jocks. So I was just trying to be a mix of both, you know, just trying to be friends with everybody. So, yeah, I don't know. I was loud. I cried a lot.
Did you have siblings?
I do. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters, so I'm the middle of the girls.
Okay, so
I was the different one.
Latino family, like.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, my grandmother had 11 kids, and my other grandmother had 7.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So were some of your siblings born in Mexico,
or? They would kill me if I said that, but one of them was. I won't say who it was, but yeah, no, yeah. Because of the transition and stuff, yes. One of them was born in Mexico. But we were in Mexico all the time. Like, even though I wasn't born in Mexico, I'm pretty sure I was there, like, the summer right after I was born or something. Because my mom would always go back and forth to Mexico just to take care of her mom and see family. It was, like, it's embedded in us to go back home, you know, and take care of the family.
So because that, in that area, it is majority, like, Latinos, right?
In the Valley? Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. There's like 90% Hispanic.
So when did you then
move out here?
Yeah.
Move here?
Yeah, or I mean, when did you?
After high school, during college, I'm like, okay, I'm leaving. I wanted something different. I didn't want to be like, I didn't want to have the normal adult life as like what I saw growing up. You know, having kids early, just not fulfilling my dreams, you know. There's a lot of people settle, I think, in the Valley, or what I was seeing growing up. So yeah, I didn't want to be that. I wanted to come to a city and see what I could do.
Yeah.
And I did. That's what I've done.
Shake shit up.
I did. Yeah, I'm totally different. My mom calls me her little butterfly because I just go and do things, and yeah, she's always wanted to do that. So I'm kind of like, she's living vicariously through me.
So I mean, growing up, what was that? I'm first generation, second generation actually, but what was that like first generation, like cultural, I guess, like growing up, like I know, like for my mom, for example, there was a lot of, you're expected to kind of just like keep it safe and like not really venture out, kind of like how you mentioned. So like what were those kind of like customs and traditions that you were around?
Well, I mean, I had brothers, so I couldn't like have a boyfriend, you know, even if I tried. My brothers taught me like sports, so I think that I had that. Culturally, Really, my parents were really just trying to survive in a different country, honestly. Like, we still had our, during the holidays, our posadas, our Noche Buenas. Our families were always together. Like, if somebody, I mean, we had, I don't know if you knew, but like, and we had family gatherings, and there would be 30 of us in the house, sleeping on top of each other, but we were having so much fun and laughing. So, it's just the hard work, that I think that I saw from, like, my family, from even the ones in Mexico to the ones that are here. Like, they're very hard workers. And me, I'm just trying to make my parents proud because, they sacrificed a lot, and it's just only right for me to do something with myself that they can be proud of. So
yeah, no, for sure.
My upbringing was cool. I mean, it was hard. My parents were strict. My brothers were strict. So
yeah, I think it's sometimes, like, I think now, like, more so, I'm kind of learning, like, okay, some of our, like, cultural ties, we're losing it, right? Like, to some extent, right? Which, I mean, it happens, right? Like, we say assimilation is kind of bad, right? You hear that, it's bad, but at the same time, there's only one way to kind of, like, survive here, right? And you kind of have to, like,
well, I think we're 200%ers, like, right. We still love our Latin culture, but we're born here, and we have to, like, adapt to, like, the customs here. So
right.
As long as I am doing what I love here, but never losing touch of, like, my Spanish side or my Latino side, having my husband listen to Frontera on the way here, my son listening to Juan Gabriel, like, for me, it's important just to have that. Like, it wouldn't be me if I didn't have Spanish music on, so right. I don't know. I try to just keep it there. But yeah, we do lose it. It's hard to live like a Mexican and not be in Mexico,
Yeah.
So
is there ever kind of
over there is just fun. It's like right now there's parties and hay ambiente. Here it's like there is, but it's just we live so far. And it's just, we're always busy. Like, me and my husband, we're just like, we're so tired of, like, going out every day. And in Mexico, it's like familia. It's gatherings, but it's not stressful like it is here.
Yeah. Do you kind of feel like you're in that transition of, like, you kind of are seeing, because I think sometimes you go back and you see, like, how they're living their lives, and you're like, I want to bring some of that here, but you're still kind of like, well, should I kind of thinking about, like, the next place I want to be, you know? Yeah. So
no, yeah, you definitely see
a middle ground.
Well, honestly, I want more. I want more. I want my son to be inspired by, like, us working. I want him to be inspired by, like, where my mom's from. To continue just kind of being better. Yeah, I don't know. What
does that, like, look for you? Like, what does that look like for you?
Just making sure that he's surrounded by good people, who are continuing. Like, my husband is all about, like, the African American culture, and he learns that from him. Yeah. And then with me, he learns about, like, stuff, and he just asks for, like, Mexican food all the time, or but then he's really diverse in, like, what he does. So just making sure that he, like, loves music, reads books, is good in school, but pays homage to, like, who he is. Yeah,
I think that's really important. Actually, my
where are you from?
I'm my family's Mexican and Peruvian.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I actually,
your dad or your mom is Peruvian?
My mom's Peruvian.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, but I kind of had, like, this. I was kind of stuck where, on my Peruvian side, I was second generation, and I was really close to my family. And, like, growing up, like, I think you can attest to that. Like, you're so close to it, but then, like, me moving away, I think I kind of was just in search of that, and I didn't realize how much that impacted, like, who I was.
Oh my gosh, I know. When I was younger, I didn't want to, like, my older sister would talk to me in Spanish, and I would always say, stop talking to me in Spanish, like, I can speak English, talk to me in English. And now I'm like, I want to speak Spanish to my friends. Right. Just something that, it's weird when we were little, or me, when I was younger, I didn't, it wasn't something that I was so proud of, because I didn't know anything else. That's probably what it was. I knew I was Mexican, but I didn't know anything else. Now I'm in a bigger city and there's just so much more diversity that it's just, I'm proud, you know. So I have to like just tell everybody I'm Mexican, I'm Latina in H-Town.
Okay, so because I know like you being in some of these spaces, right? Like, you know, your husband's in the music industry. You were like in entertainment.
I don't ever really say that my husband is G-Dash. How did you know? You researched.
Anyway. But like, how did you kind of stay true to who you were in those spaces? Because I feel like sometimes as Latinos too. Oh no, you're good. I think sometimes like as Latinos, like we kind of maybe like make ourselves feel small in certain, you know, spaces, and then
or people make you feel small, or
yeah. How did you kind of like maneuver that?
There's been times where like somebody says, "Oh, I was with him just to be famous," but I never use his name to be famous. So I think that's really kind of what my drive was. That little one comment was like, "Oh, watch, I'm gonna do this without him," and never dropped his name. And then he would show up, you know, to events, but it wasn't. That's kind of when one of the driving forces behind it, you know, was like, "Oh, you think that? Okay, watch." And then so now it's like he's Spoiled Latina's husband. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I just, you know, want for others to know about you, to perceive about you, to learn from, and I just try to be positive, you know, in everything that I do. I'm not trying to be messy. I don't do things. I don't go back and forth with different things online. I'm very like. I try to be private, conservative, fun. You know, I'm a mom at the end of the day, so I don't know. I don't listen to that anymore. I'm older. You know, it did hurt me a while, you know, when I was younger, but you just got to be confident in yourself and just keep going like God was talked about. So, yeah. I'm not saying I'm God at all.
No, I feel that a lot. Is there something that you would tell your younger self?
I would probably tell my younger self, chase that goal that you wanted. You know, I always wanted to be in like the entertainment business. I always loved music. My mom was in the music business, kind of like in marketing and at a radio station. So I always saw that, you know, like I saw different artists and different things. So I love that scene. But yeah, I think I would just say, keep going, like it gets better. Yeah.
At any point did it kind of, I don't want to say like bother you, but was there some sense of I don't really see enough of my people like?
Oh my God, yes. That's why I did my event, the summit, the Spoiled Latina Summit, is because I was going to different cities to learn about so I started off as a blogger in 2008.
Yeah.
And in like 2010, 11, 12, I was like, okay, I need to take this serious because I just want to learn more about the business of blogging. And so I started going to different conferences out of state, Miami, New York. And one thing that I noticed was that these brands really wanted to touch the Hispanic market. This was 10 years ago, 11 years ago when I was really learning about this. And there was nothing like this in Houston. There was nothing like it. So when I got a proclamation in 2015, I'm like, okay, so what do I do? I wanted to do an event out of it. I saw doing Trade Day. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I want to do something. So it was Spoiled Latina Day. And that's really what it was. It was like to get Latinas to come together, to meet, to network, to build. There's been so many success stories off of like the networking that happens there.
Yeah.
And it was just, honestly, I feel like I was one of the first, not to say that it never happened, I just never saw it, to do stuff for Latinas here in town.
Yeah.
So like even creating Latinas Love Sneakers. We love sneakers just as much as, you know, our black homegirls. Right. And we spend just as much money on them as well. We're loyal, we're consistent, and I just feel like I really wanted the brands to notice Houston and us, who we were. So that's why I did that. So now we're going on year 9. I've gotten to work with like Foot Locker and Chase and H-E-B, and just all these top big brands who are really investing in like us. So it was hard, and it's still hard trying to get them to notice us, especially here in Houston, because they forget about us because Miami, New York, LA, Chicago.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, we're here too. So I'm just really trying to get the attention to us. So I'm going to be doing a lot more like Latinas Love Sneakers stuff in 2024.
Yeah.
Taking the brand on the road with the Spoiled Latina conversations. And, but yeah, I need them to see us because we're here and we're not going anywhere. We're a majority now.
Well, I think that's the funny part too is I think being from California, I always thought we had we are diverse, and I thought, okay, we have a lot of Latinos. Then I come here, I'm like, shit,
oh, yeah, there's a lot of different ones, right? It's like Latino, Venezuelan, Mexican, Venezuelan, Dominican,
right,
Puerto Rican, Hondureño, like, de todo. It's a mix.
But we are the majority.
And Peruvian.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are the majority, especially here in Houston now. We're the second.
Yeah.
Outside of the white people, we're second. We're the Hispanics are the largest minorities, and then it's black folks.
So, okay, like, speak on this.
Sorry, I have allergies, and I have a deviated septum, and I did not take my
No, you're good. So kind of, I think I've kind of witnessed this too of, like, I remember when I first came out here, and I remember, like, the first thing I saw was the fact that, like, the black community is, like, you see them doing, like, so many big things.
Oh, yeah.
And coming from California, you only see a specific type of group, you know, making money or having, you know, like, just in different areas. But, like, seriously, when I saw, like, an event like, you know, like the summit and stuff, it kind of made sense, like, why don't we have things like this? But it also made me think, like, why... What is stopping? Yeah, why is there only one? Like,
yeah.
What is stopping us from doing that?
Yeah, I don't know. I had to do it, and I know that there's different pockets of communities that people that come here. So, like, I know that when you went, you have your own community, you know, people who follow you.
Right.
So I embrace that, and I want you guys, that's my goal, is for you guys to go out and do your thing also, and then come back to the summit. You know, bring all of it, everybody to the summit. But that's what... It's the because growing up I didn't have like a mentor, or I never even knew the word mentor.
Yeah.
So once I learned that, and I learned it, once I learned that word, and then I learned like what I could do with like my experience and helping others, then it kind of just made sense. So now it's purposeful, but it's meeting everything that I want. Like it's an intersection of happiness and purpose at the same time, doing whatever.
No, that's really cool. Is there, because I will say this, I feel like especially Latin women, there's a sense of, even within my family, I mean, I love my family, but I think there's a sense of like, in our culture, it's like chismeando, and
oh my gosh, we're never gonna get rid of the chisme, okay? Chisme is fun. But I do feel like you were saying, back to that, is like the black girls are super united, and it looks like that, and it's all perception, girl. But
for sure.
Honestly, they have their fair share of chisme and all of that. Also,
Yeah.
I have black girlfriends, and it's gotten a little tricky to where when I'm doing something similar to what they're doing, it's like, oh, hold up, now you're competition, we're not friends anymore. So that sucks when that happens, because you're really just trying to like do something bigger for both of us. You know your power, and you know that they, you know, their community, and getting together, it could build like something so much bigger for the city. But we really need to stick together, honestly. Like, we're doing so many amazing things. We're powerful, and we're powerful together. So that's really the purpose of that thing. I want us to shine. We're doing really good things. But stick around those people who are like positive, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, I mean, I was just kind of reflecting on that, because I just feel like there's, you know, you kind of have to figure out what it is that's stopping it from happening, to just kind of progress and make more strides in it. That makes sense. But
going to like events like where I met you. Well, I didn't know you were at Summit.
Yeah.
But when I met you at the other event, so going to different types of events like that, and networking and meeting the right people at those events, because
Right.
you can, it's wishy-washy. You don't know they might not be in the same business line as you. So that's not what I mean, not wishy-washy. I mean that not in the same, alignment with what you want to get going,
Right.
what get done. But yeah, just going, and honestly, te tienes que atrever. Like, you have to just go to different things, even if you're alone.
Yeah.
Step out of your comfort zone and just meet different people and ask for help. I think that's important too.
Yeah. What does, like, your circle look like now?
My circle is very small now, because I've learned that not everyone is going to be happy for what you have going on. And so, like, my friends are like friends that I've had for 17 years or 10 years or 15 years. It's like now I have tenure with my friends versus and one thing that I've learned also is, like, business and friendships. As I used to want to, like, build my friends up and, like, put them in positions.
Yeah.
But when they don't show up and, like, do the position, it's, like, really hard to, like, differentiate, like, the friendship and the business. So, yeah, it's a lot of that. So, I forgot the question.
No, I just asked you who your circle was.
Oh, yeah, my circle was, it's small. It's small. My family. Yeah.
Is it, well, yeah, I mean, and I think But I mean, I have,
like, my business friends, that I can call and ask for, like, hey, what do you think about this? And I'm open to their criticism, or not to their, like, just their thoughts. And, like, no, you shouldn't do it like this. Maybe do it like this. I'm very open to hearing somebody else's opinion on, like, how it could be better for what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I do have my friends who I can call and say, like, hey, I'm trying to pitch this. What does this sound like? Or, something happened. Like, what do I do? Yeah, it's good to have those kind of friends, too.
Yeah, because I do think that sometimes, especially when it comes to business, I think it is hard to kind of find those.
Yeah, my old friends from a long time ago are nowhere. They don't do this. Like, they're not in the business. So I couldn't even call them and say, so-and-so did this. And, they don't know nothing. They're just like, girl, why are you making me friends?
So when you do have those, bad times, or you just need to, someone to just get you right, what does that look like?
I call my dad.
Really?
Yeah, he, like, puts things in perspective. Oh, okay. But yeah, he's really cool. Yeah. I call my dad. He makes everything right. Or I talk to Dash, and Dash is, like, very, man, you shouldn't be thinking like that. Or, he's like, he does it in, like, the manly way. My dad is more calm, and he'll listen. He listens too, but he's more like, get over it.
Yeah.
It'll be better tomorrow. Like, get over it. So, yeah. Hi, my dad. Anyway.
Are you
legacy
really
servers. Legacy circle. My daddy. No, yeah, we're really close. We talk on the phone a lot.
And kind of, what you want to leave behind. What does that look like?
I just want to leave behind, like, honestly, I don't, like, nothing materialistic, obviously.
Yeah.
It's more like how I made people feel. I want people to feel like I was nice and welcoming and super cool. And that I was really trying to get people together to work together and, elevate our culture.
I will say the times that I have met you.
Chingado.
I think
I'm a crier. You should have had Kleenex. I need to be sponsored by Kleenex. I'm just kidding.
But I will say that the times I have, seen you do have a very bright, like, strong presence.
Thank you.
And it shows for sure. And you did touch on, I do want to know about, we talked about you bringing the summit to other places, but I know that you're also working on like a nonprofit, right?
Yeah, I just started it. It's called Jefita Atrevida, and it's basically a resource for women to, like, I really want to share, like, my network of people who I know, and build on, like, giving back to the underprivileged Latina first generation, second, first through fifth probably is what we're going for.
Yeah.
But really just to help them like dare to to be different, and to achieve that goal that they're trying to achieve. So getting with different brands like Coca-Cola or anyone really who just wants to like be in our corner and help elevate us in different spaces. So right now, one of the things that we're doing is getting ready for like prom season.
Oh, okay.
I really want to like do some portraits or dresses and makeup and hair for some first gen graduates or something. So that's what we're working on for my first give back, aside from the toy drive that we just did. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so kind of just want to like end off on a positive note. Is there anything that you would like to share with, I guess maybe that young Latina that is wanting to dare to be different and do something?
Don't be scared. It seems scary at first, and any idea that you have like can be you can make it happen if you have the right people around you, because we always try to do things on our own but don't realize that somebody else can help make our dreams possible by networking, daring yourself to leave your neighborhood, leave that area that you're used to, and just meeting other people, because people are out there who really want to see you shine. And it's not going to be the people that you're around all the time, So just kind of go and dare to be different and just make your parents proud. I think that ultimately that's it. And then make yourself proud.
Yeah.
Life's too short to just be basic.
Well, with that being said, where can everyone follow you and support you?
Okay, so I'm on social media as Spoiled Latina, and Spoiled Latina is not because I'm spoiled. It's more because I feel like we
don't
all
lie.
should spoil ourselves. No, it's self-care. It's like we should spoil ourselves, like, especially me, well, us. We saw our parents work hard, and our mom was the last one at the table, and just the last one. We do deserve to be like first to sit down and to take a shower and without, peacefully, and to take a bubble bath and to just take a walk. We deserve all types of things, and we just have to honor ourselves and our bodies by doing so. So spoil yourself. Okay? Life's too short.
Bye. Thank you.
Aww, you made me cry. I'm gonna call my dad.